All right, let's jump into it. We're at 4:51. We got some rules to follow. Let's go. 5 minutes. I noticed last class that we did have a few people in class with some learning disabilities, so thought we would make it easier by adding the coordinates today. Chessbrah needs to be seen as inclusive. Yeah, Salty will be closely monitored. If we see him in the back of the class dealing out some sacrificial drugs to people, we'll definitely act accordingly. All right, 5 minutes, 4:51. Let's jump into another day of habits. E3. Interesting. Okay. Well, we're definitely going to get our pieces nice and developed here. The guy's, well, he's building the wall here. That much we know. We're just getting our pieces out, right? Knights first, bishop up, castle ASAP. Get a little h6 in there. A little d6. We got another piece to develop. Let's get that piece out. And I would say queen up and rooks over. Look like the next step here. This is a great example of building habits versus building not habits. Oh my goodness, can you believe this guy is so anti-habits? The only move he's not playing is h3. Good Lord. This guy is everything that we stand against. Everything but h3. Disrespectful. Good God. No h3 is driving me crazy. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay. Can breathe again. We can breathe again. The rook's into the middle. All right. Hit him with some RPMs. Random pawn moves. You've got h6. That's for your king. Never forget to build yourself a little snorkel. Never forget. We need h6. We need h3. Got to get your knights out. Bishops out. Queen up one square. Rooks to the middle. Rooks to the middle. Rooks to the You guys know the one. And once you've done all of that, it's time for the RPMs, the random pawn moves. Chuck your queenside pawns up the board and make something happen. Okay, well, let's get another capture in, of course. Okay, and at this point, we're all about the center here. If it's gotten this far, keep pushing in the center. Only makes sense. We'll keep going, keep going. And we're always looking for trades. You know me. A guy that's after a good trade. There we go. Getting some. Just trade everything. Every single thing. Yes, please. Trades. Got pieces in the center. Love it. You know, a pretty successful opening so far. All right, we gotta think central here. All right, these are our squares. We got everything placed pretty well here, I would say. I'm gonna put pressure on this pawn a little bit more. This bishop. We have no more pawns here to push, so that simplifies things for us a little bit. Well, don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. You see, if you just sit there long enough, they'll ruin things for themselves. You don't have to do anything. Sit back and just look at me. My hands are up. I've done nothing. I'm just sitting here following habits. The guy losing his mind. Rook takes knight, queen. I mean, what do you want me to do? I don't have to do anything. Well, we put this bishop here long ago, so let's follow up with that. We're just gonna take all about the center here. Take a free piece. Why not? Oh, would you look at that? It happens to be mate. Oh, wow, the habits are so goddamn effective. They're so effective. It is that easy, folks. It is that easy. You can't tell me that you couldn't replicate this game. Follow the habits to a T. Yes, the guy's playing a little bit of a nonsense opening here. A little bit of a nothing opening, but we stick to our guns, stick to the RPM, stick to the center, trading every piece in sight. And then I just took what was in front of me. The last 4 or 5 decisions, I mean, take this, take this, take this, take this, take that. I mean, that's it. You can't replicate the paid actor I played against. Well, the joke's on you, DLM, because we make sure never to pay our actors. These guys are trying to get a start to their career out here. We got them working for free. Okay, very nice. The habits are really just designed to try to minimize those blunders, those free pieces. And at 400 ELO, your opponent is going to be handing you some free pieces. That's just the truth. E4. Start with this one. Knight to F3. As per usual. The knights are out first. Hey, we gotta have its enjoyer. Bishop out. Like what we're seeing here. Bishop out as well. We got a quick castle. Oh, would you look at that? D3. Gonna make everyone proud here. H3. A little snorkel so our king can always breathe. Trade. Absolutely. Nope. Oh, knight's attacked. Where do we go? It's playing itself. You guys can help me out here. Where does the knight go? Oh, I'll consider the center first. Yes, it can go to E2, but, you know, if there's a center square available, I'll always go there. Okay. Sure. We'll take back. Okay. Bishop needs to move here. We got to go out of the center. Yes, it's so nice to be there, but guess what? We got to move, so we'll go back. We got this bishop to develop. Oh, we got to trade first. Everyone pause, pause, trade. Bishop, somewhere that attacks the center. Seems to make sense. I mean, this one's not available. If this was covered, I probably would just play bishop d2 because we got to develop, but this attacks the center, so don't mind that at all. And as you might be able to guess, rooks into the middle, queen up. We got a hanging piece here, which we're going to make sure not to hang. This one develops our queen and covers the bishop, so I like that. I like that. Bishop takes h3. Well, I mean, easy decision for me. I'm just going to go ahead and take. I mean, that looks like a piece for me. I'm just following habits over here. This guy wants to go, he wants to lose his mind. That's fine with me. Rooks to the middle. We are in check. Let us remove ourselves from check. Let's remove ourselves from check. Okay, we have a hanging piece here. Don't mind if I do. We're in check once again. Move out of the way there, surely. Right back at you. Always repeat, a nice little shuffle there, but the question back to the opponent. Put him in the think tank. Oh, yeah. He's really thinking about that one. You see, he's playing for the win. He knows. All right, we have to complete our, doubling the rooks, right? We need to bring this rook to the middle to complete our habits. Doubling up makes quite a bit of sense. We know how powerful rooks are, stacked on top of each other like that. Another check, absolutely. Yeah, right away. Just gonna go ahead and move out of the way there. Okay, queen there. Not seeing the... Yeah, we're not in check or anything, and we got some RPMs to toss up here. Okay, we gotta check. I mean, only legal move in the position, so here we go. Nice, easy one. I love it when there's only one move that you can play. Always makes it nice and easy to follow. Check. King up, no problem at all. You just hand it back to the opponent every time. Yeah, I'm a simple guy. I got my RPMs going. Okay. Well, I suppose we're going to take this. It's an exchange. Absolutely. Would you look at the lad go? What a combination! We're going to get our king out of there. Now, don't be surprised if our opponent runs into a horrible, horrible fate here. He may think he's got us, but don't worry. The habits won't let you down. We're in check. We've got to move our king. It's only one square to move it to. Have to take. We must take. Man, this is so unfortunate. We want to trade queens at all times. Oh, and look what happened. Unbelievable. Checkmate. Who could have seen that coming? What did I say? He's going to think he's got us, but we've actually got him. Do not doubt the habits. Our opponent here would benefit from a single move, just h6, that's it. The lad was swimming in deep waters with no snorkel. Horrible decision. Always be on the lookout. Those back rank mates, if your opponent's not playing habits like you, trust me, you'll have that escape square. You're a good habit student, you will. We didn't do anything too fancy here. Stuck to the habits and boom, took us home. Took us to the promised land right there. Took free pieces. Checked, we dealt with it. Took trades, exchanges when they were put in front of us. Always go for trades. And there you go. Rewarded at the end. All right, e4, e5. Of course. All right, we're going to bring our knight out here. We got our other knight to follow. Okay, well, we got this pawn being targeted, and I can't quite castle. This is a bit of a concern here. I also can't really move anything to defend it, so we're going to have to go d5. Now, fortunately, this is actually supported by a couple of my pieces, so I think we can make this one happen. So, hey, I guess we're going down this path. Gonna take that one back there. No problem at all. Looking pretty solid. Okay, the queen is up to f3, which means we've got to take that free piece here. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Okay, bishop takes on d5. Well, bishop takes there. Clearly, we have some some issues here. We've got things to deal with. First of all, we took this hanging piece. Feels pretty nice. Now, we've got coordinated attacks on some of our squares, so I think we can deal with that nicely with just bishop e6. Getting a piece developed. This looks pretty comfortable right here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take that one back. Okay, check. We're going to go ahead and, well, I guess we don't want to move our kings. We want a castle, so we'll go ahead and block that check right there. Okay, could be worse. Nice thing is we can go for a trade here. Perfect. All right. Well, the fool has traded with us. Awesome. We got our trades in. And let's finish our development here. Get that rook into the middle. Habits is going to take us home here. Feel good about this. Almost time for some RPMs here. Yep. Great stuff, great stuff. Guy doesn't realize who he's up against. This is all habits, my friend. Guys, we're 467 ELO. You guys are talking about a missing rook. To be honest, I don't think anyone at 400 ELO can even add things up properly. You got to just be playing with that confidence that habits always has your back, because it does. Let's finish up the RPMs here. Well, got to take that free piece, absolutely. Free pieces over everything. Okay. Well, let's keep pushing in the center here. Always got to go for those trades. Absolutely. Okay. We're in the endgame, so you already know. Get that bishop into the center. Got to activate our king here. Got to use the king. Very powerful piece. It's the end game. It's the end game. Time to motor the king around the board. I mean, you guys should know. You guys should know. Isn't it a little bit pleasant when you're in the end game and you've just got a king? You know exactly what's required of you. Just moving around like a lunatic. Ah, so pleasant. So pleasant. Ah, just a casual stroll here. Okay. Go ahead and take this one. Just a casual stroll, nothing to see here. Using my king, loving life. Oh, I'll take that one. Just having a great time here. All right, that's checkmate. Well, tough game there. Tough game. Yeah, it's kind of nice we didn't lose any rating from this one. Still at 467. Tough game there. How did this one go? Knight C6. I mean, this was kind of concerning here. F7 pawn is a bit of a problem, but okay, for the moment, I would say D5 is... Oh, sorry, one sec. Opponent just sent me a message here. Move your bishop, dude. Oh, this move. My apologies. I have to listen to Mark here. Apologies there, Mark. What's a guy to do? What's a guy to do? Got Mark here helping you out. Geez, feel like we'd be a little higher rated if everyone had a Mark in their ear. Go, Mark. Mark was a great sport. Don't you feel like you'd be higher rated if you had a Mark? D5. We took. And we got hit pretty hard here. The bishop was doing two things at the same time. No idea what that's called, but I'll say this was a very menacing threat. So I thought we had it covered here. We'll have to be careful of this knight G5 move hitting that pawn in the future. I can tell that one's probably going to be an issue. Onwards and hopefully upwards, but no guarantees to the next game. We got the black pieces again. We're going to match him in the center. Time to bring some knights out. Okay, get our bishop. Of course, we got our pawn, then our other bishop, then our king. Want to get castled ASAP. Oh, a trade. Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. Castle. If you had to outline my next 4 moves, what would they be? Okay, try it from here. 4 moves from here. We should all be able to do this. This is easy. Not even a pop quiz. Four moves from here. Wow. A lot of people forgetting. We have to take. Take. 1, 2. Then H6 habits, 3. And most likely next. Up with our queen, and then the rooks in to the middle. Oh, apologies. We have to detour everybody. Clean up in aisle 3 once again. Free piece. Gosh darn it. I hate when that happens. It really throws off my habits. Rook there. Sure. We're going to continue with our beautiful plan here. Rook's into the middle. Okay, no idea what Buddy's up to over here. Congrats, pal. You took a pawn. What a clown. Rook H3. Okay, what's going on here? Okay. Not sure. RPMs have never let me down. Okay. Well, we always like a position with a move that you have to play. Check. Never bothered nobody. Okay. Once again, the only move, I believe. Get my king out of there. Okay, queen takes g7. I have to say, we've been learning just how tender this square can be, and I feel the pile up here. I do feel the pile up. I think it's important that we play a moderate amount of defense before we, continue sending over here. RPMs galore. Oh, perfect. Free piece. This guy's a clown. So you're telling me he gave me 1 free piece here. He gave me 2 free pieces here. I'm up a rook and a bishop. And it's mate. Tell me how that makes sense. Tell me how that's fair. But he just walks up and plays bishop here. Then he just rolls up like nothing happened with rook h3. I mean, rook h8. This guy's a menace. Look at this move. Rook h8. Holy. Now that's impressive. That actually is impressive. Gotta hand it to him. Report and move on. Yep. Honestly, at this point. Just gotta call it like it is. Something fishy going on here for sure. There's no way we could just lose a game. Somehow he compelled me to make all those moves. Every single one. Well, we are definitely getting into some trouble with our king, but it has to be a one-off. There's no way that I can take this seriously. In the long run, if my guys are hanging piece after piece after piece after piece, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm not concerned. I'd rather be the guy that takes an L here, but is up 2 pieces in all my games. No worries at all. E4. Let's go. All right. We're going to get our knight out. Obviously a trade. Bring our other knight into the game. Okay. We'll take the center here. I'm missing this one. And we obviously got 2 bishops to develop. This one, hey, want to go for a trade? Absolutely. Absolutely. Get castled as soon as we possibly can. Get a little H3 in there to keep the habits investors happy. Bishop to control the center. We didn't have that one available. Get the rook into the middle. The other one following suit. There we go. All right, very nice. We got our setup in here. Time to get some RPMs going. Everything's set up. We're castled. Pieces all developed. Even the queen has moved in this case. No need to bring it back. It's already developed. It is also in the center controlling things, which I like to see. Time to hit the RPM button. Oh, hang on a sec. Pause. We have some trades to administer. Bishop takes. Okay. All done our trades from what I can see. All right. Oh, hang on a sec. Oh, this guy's an anti-RPM. I see. They're forcing me to continue over here. Thank God I had that amazing vision to not hang pieces. Okay, takes. Let's make sure to go for as many trades as possible. I mean, it pains me to do it, but guys, my hands are tied. I have to. Ugh, man, chess is so goddamn hard. Oh, wow, it's so difficult to win at 400 ELO. Jesus Christ, wake up, people. Wake up. Your opponents are going to be hanging stuff. Just take it. Just take it. It's that easy. What do we have to say about this one? Trades, pieces in the... I mean, rooks in, bishops, take when possible, hit those RPMs, but he didn't see what was coming. Too easy. On to the next. Take the free pieces. All right, we're going to match in the center here. Going to come with the knight. Of course, the other knight to follow. This should be routine by now. Bishop out. I got you as well. Castle. I got you. Wait a minute. Is this the habits enjoyer? Could it be? Habits enjoyer? Am I playing myself? Make everyone proud with some early snorkeling. Oh, absolutely. Gonna go ahead and take that one. Thank you very much. Gotta get our other bishop out. Probably gonna bring the rook to the middle first, just so that I can help out that bishop move. trade here. Not a problem at all. We want to get that bishop into the middle, of course, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Then we want to probably follow up with the queen, the rook. Guys know the drill. We got that h6 snorkel in there. All right, there we go. Okay, got a nice capture there. And we need to move our knight. Is the center, direct center available? No. This looks like the next best thing. You really want to make sure, especially when your pieces are attacked, like it's one thing to move them to a good square. I'm hoping that you guys are good at that. But when you need to move it again, make sure you're still moving it to good squares. Knight a5 is absolutely not the one. We don't want the knight on the side of the board. That's an exchange. We'll go for that. You can follow up with the queen, and of course the rook needs to come in. There we go. Oh, another trade. All right, let's go for it. All right, our queen needs to move here, and hey, there's a pawn directly in the center of the board. That's the first place that I'd be looking for to put my queen in. Would you look at that? It seems to be available. Happy to grab that. Appreciate it, bud. Also, maybe getting some trades in here. Fantastic stuff. Which rule set has in passant? I'm not sure what that one is, but we may see that in some coming episodes. Remember, we're going to build. We're going to build on things here. All right, well, let's make sure to take that queen. Obviously, some trades here. And just bring the rook to the center. Simple habits here. All right, we got everything in the middle here. Time to hit the RPM button. Here we go. Got our habits. Our snorkel for our king. Got the rooks playing the fiddle in the middle. We got the pawns at light speed. RPMs, random pawn moves on the outside. Yep, let's get a few more in there. Haven't put too much thought into these moves because, I mean, pretty much exactly what we'd want to do anyway. All right, push the pawn forward. Hey, I can count. I got 2, plus the next move that I'd be thinking about is probably move in the middle. And hey, I might take this way because we got a bit more trading going on. That's my thought. We'll take that with our knight. Want to stay in the middle here. Of course, got a potential RPM coming in hot next. Okay, he's kind of stopping me from moving this pawn, which is a little bit annoying. So let's move our rook up and hit the knight, and hopefully he'll let us move that pawn. That's what I'm trying to do. Okay. What are we? Ring around the rosy here? Okay. I'm back hitting the knight here. Okay, what's going on? Oh, yeah, hit the knight again. Yeah. What do you got for me, pal? What do you got? Jesus Christ. I mean, come on. I hit the knight again. What do you want? Okay, we'll take it. We'll take it. Hit that knight. I'm trying to move the damn pawn, but knight keeps blocking it. No problem, you know. A couple professional draws never hurt nobody. We take that. We take that. GG. Hurrah. Two knights. Bishop out. Early snorkel. Trades at all times. There's another trade. Rook in only because we don't want to ruin our pawns. So, of course, We know we need a rook in the middle, which is why we're doing that a little bit early. Knight needs to move. Always keep it central. I mean, this is the center, so I'm looking at squares that it can move to there first before I consider anything on the side. That's how I end up with that move. Obviously, trade. Queen up, just continuing the habits. Trade, and okay, queen's hit, and we have a free pawn in the center. Plus, it gets more trades. I mean, this is easy. Rook in, hit the RPM strong, take the center. I mean, this game, there's nothing to it. Nice and easy. Could be you. We go next. Pawn to e4, knight to f3 to follow. That should be pretty easy to remember now. Starting with the two knights, our bishop comes out next. We want to move the pawn up. We want to castle as soon as possible, right? We want to get up with the early snorkel pawn to h3. So we always start with the center pawn. Now, if things can be taken, of course we go with that. But early center pawn, and barring anything else, two knights, bishop castle if we can. All right. Early habits here. Love it. Okay. And we're going to continue with... Whoa! What the hell? Bishop takes 8. I mean... Okay. I'll take. Queen to f6. Well, we're going to obviously go for an exchange. Kind of gets our bishop developed, I guess. Okay, we need to get this queen developed and bring rooks into the middle. Okay, mildly concerning there, but we're not going to let it phase us. Trust in the habits. Rooks into the middle. We're in check. Just going to go ahead and move out of that one there. Bring the other rook in. Rooks, middle, fiddle. Our habitual h3 move was so good, we won a bishop for it. If I'm going to get a free bishop every time I play that, I'm going to be up a piece every single game. All right. Rook's in. Feeling good. Pawn up. Knight needs to move to the middle. Can it get there? Not quite. This is the next best square. There we go. Rook g8. All right, we got knights in the middle. We brought our rooks in already. Time for some RPMs. g3. A capture. No problem, no problem. Just go ahead and take that. Okay, king's got to move here. Got to bring our king up. Okay, we got absolutely walked like a dog there, didn't we? Well, let's have a look at this one. I didn't really feel the danger. Wasn't any alarms going off for me here. So you're telling me, I mean, it looks like all according to plan here. You're telling me this guy went like this. Okay, we traded pieces. Now maybe you could say, okay, there's a pawn here. We could defend that pawn. That could be an improvement. But even after giving it up, it didn't feel like it was getting that bad until all of a sudden, boom, the move g3 is happening, and we're basically cooked here. Right? That That's concerning. So it really did feel like, I mean, there's no way we're scared of him sacking a piece. So maybe the queen takes pawn. Is that really that important to defend? I guess so. But hey, like I said, if people are going to be sacking there, I'm fine to sit there and be up a piece every single game. Because the amount of times that's actually going to be a good move, very uncommon. Very uncommon. And we're at 451. Hang on, familiar number. Feels like that's where we started today. Definitely our king safety, has become an issue. But it feels like we're not really doing anything wrong. Maybe after the sack, make sure we don't lose the other pawn. We try to keep that in mind for the future. That's about it, though. That's about it. All right, let's bounce back with a nice one here. Come on, let's lock in here. E4. Okay, takes. Gonna get the knight out. Oh, okay. Let's bring the bishop out here. Don't need to move our queen that early. Bring our knight, of course. Bring our pawn up. Got our other, just gotta. If I move my pawn up and we exchange, I don't really have any pawn in the center, and at least one pawn in the center is nice. Obviously, we want a castle. We're going to do so right away, pretty much regardless of what our opponent was doing. We got a pawn in the center. We got the two knights out. We're castled. We need to develop this bishop. We got h3, snorkel habits ready to go. All right, knight takes pawn. I got queen. I got a knight. I'm feeling pretty good about this. Let's take. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good about taking a free queen. Let's take. All right, and let's go back to the basics here. Habits. h3. Get our bishop out. Remember, I got these two squares that I usually consider. They both attack the center. My feel is that this one is a little bit better than this. A bit more, placed further out. Kind of reminds me of bishop c4, but they're both the same. Knight is attacked. Well, this is the center. We're already in it. I always say one of the easiest things to do is just go back to the square you came from, the starting square. It's always going to be nice and safe. Okay, we got our queen up. We got two rooks coming into the middle here. Here we go. Whoa. Okay. Bishop d6. That is a free bishop. I will take that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Hey, we got a trade here. No problem. Hey, we got a free piece. Absolutely. I'll go ahead and take it. You're really going to force me, huh? You're really going to force me. It's fine. It's fine. I can manage. Okay, the pawn hitting our rook. Let's go forward to save the rook. Also, keep it in the center. Let's take that. Check. Of course, we got to finish the habits here. Doubling up. We know how powerful that is. Could have gone into the center anywhere, but that looks pretty good. Got to feel pretty good about this one. I mean, in this case, the king is going back. I mean, finish things off here. Nice RPMs to seal the deal. Let's not forget about the basics, people. Hey, look. You're really forcing me here, all right? Let's take it. It's free. It's free. Oh, we got more free. Take it again. Fine, fine. Let's take this. Okay, we're still taking stuff here. Got to make sure we take all his pieces. He can still win if we don't take all these pawns here. Got to make sure to take these ones here. Yep. All right. Well, we got to complete the RPMs here. Just going to hang on to these random pawn moves. Yep. Just some random pawn moves. Really important. Yeah, just a couple random moves at the end. Always important that you finish off the habits there. And good game. Made sure to take my opponent's material at the end. There's no black pawns in sight. It means that I can't possibly lose this game. Is torturing the opponent a habit? Look, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just a simple guy, making some random pawn moves over here. I felt kind of bad. Everyone was on the field kind of enjoying themselves here, part of the process. But, our long-lost brother, the light-squared bishop from earlier on, wasn't there to enjoy the final moments. So decided to bring him back. Might have got a knight here as well. All good habits, I would say. Yeah, Darkspur, this is a special case, Habits are all about paying homage to those that came before us. And in order for us to have this great position, we have to think back to who brought us here. That was the light-squared bishop and our queenside knight. So if we have a chance to bring them back with the whole crew at the end, I'd certainly like to be the one that makes that happen. All right, look at that. A nice clean game. Tons of hanging material. Guys, I really just sat here. We played our habits. I took a free knight. I took a free queen. I took a free bishop. I took a free bishop, knight, whatever you want to call it. Free pawn, free rook. Literally everything that I took this game was free. There's no reason you can't replicate this. On to the next one. Playing a cool cat here. Okay, we're going to get our knights out. Hey, he's doing the same. I like it. Remember our bishop out now. Oh, hang on just a sec. Hold the phone. Take. We want to get our bishop out next so that we can push the pawn, so that we can... Oh, hold the phone. We got trades to make. Oh, hold on a sec. We got trades to make. Now we got to move our knight. Center, always look to there first. E4 is covered. We can go to D5. And don't forget your habits. Just because the position looks a little messy, don't forget about those basic habits. Okay, we're in check. We know we want to play here. We don't want to move our king. Sure, I'll play C6. And let's continue with our habits here. Bishop out. Want to play E6. Probably develop my other bishop. That's a trade. Go immediately and take that. No thought behind it. E6. Now I need to move my bishop. These two squares are covered. D6 and C5. So I'm probably going to go here. But hey, hang on. Not before we had another trade in. Okay, bishop E7. We just went for every trade in the book here. We're going to castle. I know it feels a little bit delayed, but we did get castled. We are going to get our habitual H6 in. We are going to bring rooks into the center. We're going to make it happen. Okay. Let's bring the rooks into the middle here. All right, rooks in the middle. We got H6 next. We know we need the snorkel. There it is. We got everything happening here. King's castled, rooks in the middle. Pieces develop, trades for me. Yep. And of course, some obligatory RPMs over here. Oh, trades. Apologies, didn't see you there. Apologies. All right. RPMs, here we go. And we are in the endgame. So, I mean, naturally, the king becomes very important. Let's bring that king into the action here. Most important piece. Let's get it right on in. Okay. This is actually a pawn that we can take. I mean, now that we're in the endgame, it seems pretty important. I'm going to take it. I'm going to bring that bishop right back where it came from. Just a little snatch and grab. And don't forget our king. Very important piece here. I want to mobilize it in the endgame as much as possible. Back. All right, let's keep using our king. Trying to go forward if we can. All right, forward motion. Okay, we seem to have come to a standstill here. Not sure how much more forward we can go, so we'll go for continued RPMs over here. Go ahead and take that. Okay, we'll just return to safety. Just a little snatch and grab. Okay, my king actually literally can't move. Cannot move. Okay. Well, time to push a pawn here. You know, I don't have much. But I got one pawn. Okay, we can't keep going. But at least my king can move again, so we'll go back to just checking this king around the board here, see what we can do. Okay. And I'll bring the king over. I mean, what else, right? Got to use your king as a weapon in the endgame. Very important. Okay, we'll go ahead and take that. Take a free piece there. Thank you very much. Okay. That was a check, apparently. Now my opponent has a queen. Not too sure what happened there. It feels like we did everything by the book. Took a free piece. What the hell? How could that possibly be wrong? Okay. Got a bishop that's in danger here. Let's not lose that, of course. I'll bring it close to the king. That way it's always protected. And I mean, yeah, I guess we just kind of go back to this. All right. Make a queen of my own here. Seem to be following some good habits here. All right, what do we got? Couple checks. Okay. Got some more checks here, but not too sure how we're going to continue. Okay. Tough. We'll use our king as a weapon. I mean, I guess it's not really an endgame anymore. I've never been in this situation. It's like we were in an endgame, but then the queens reappeared. Is this still called an endgame? Is this still called an endgame? I have to get the jury out on that one. Okay, queen in the center. Looks like the pawn's free. Take that one. Okay. I'll take this pawn here. Okay. Move that pawn up the board. Yep. No, we don't want to hang free pieces here. Snatch and grab. Go back to our pivot square. Okay. There we go. And now we really just need to check the king at all costs. As long as we check the king, we will deliver mate. I should say, as long as we check the king, we won't deliver stalemate. There's no possible way. Okay. Check. And check. Mate. Very nice. Oh, thank goodness we didn't stalemate that. Nice finish there. Capped off a flawless game. Truly flawless. At least by the habits standards. 72 moves of pure class. All we did was trade this game. Yeah, really, game might have looked like a lot of moves, but it was half of them were just trades. I didn't have to think about any of the moves. Trade, like trade, and of course in the end game, time to bring the king in. Got to be on the lookout in the end game for anything free, because look, a free pawn in the opening doesn't mean that much. Free pawn in the end game might just win you the game. That might be it. And we had a nice pivot square. And we got out, got back. Got out, got back. Tried to use our king as much as possible. And then, hey, at some point you got a pass pawn, just shove it down the board. We got a queen of our own. And made it happen. Checks only. That way you will never stalemate. You don't want to be the guy that fails to put your opponent in check at the end of the game. You doofus, it could be stalemate. On to the next one. We are at 467. Gonna match in the center here. The knights come out next. Go with the two knights first, then the bishop, then the pawn. Here we go. Bishop out. Oh, okay. Definitely trade. And you guys know the drill. Pawn up. Bishop out. Castle king. Snorkel. Oh. But first trades. Always trades. Always trades. Bishop out. Would love to go here, but it looks like it's not possible. So control the center a different way. Let's castle. Easy trade. Easy. Snorkel. H6 so we can breathe. Oh, an easy trade. And we'll get the queen up. Bring the rooks into the center here. And then hit some RPMs. Not too difficult. Hey, look at us. Two professionals. Two professionals. The RPMs are coming. Go RPMs. All right. Big success. Respect to him for that one. All right, well, it's time to go into the center here. I'm, of course, looking for a queen trade. I'm always looking for trades. That's just who I am. Queen back. Okay, well, maybe we can double the rooks here. Got to move our queen. We'll stay pretty central here, I think. Watching the central squares. We double the rooks up here. Okay, we need some trades here. Maybe I can bring the rook up and trade. Still going to keep my queen in the center, but not really sure what to do here. So I guess I'm going to try to trade rooks. Of course, we got this trade to do first. Okay, I guess I'll stick with my plan of trying to just go for another trade here. Really not 100% sure what we want to do, but yeah. Trade. Yes, please. Okay, pawn takes back. We can bring the queen maybe back into the middle here. Okay, we got another trade. I'm all about the trades. Really nothing to it here. Okay, what can we do? We want to get more trades, I guess. I'm not exactly sure how to do that. Maybe over here. I'm just trying to get the queens traded. I'll trade the rooks as well, if you ask me nicely. I'm a trade machine. Trade. It's the end game, which means very important to use our king. Trades and king moves. All about the trades, all about the king moves. Go trades. Go king moves. Oh, we got action here, folks. It's going down. Who's going to win? We got action, folks, on both sides of the board. Who's going to be quicker in this Daytona 500? Okay, we got a trade here. We got a trade. We got captures everywhere. And they're off to the races. They are off to the races, folks. Ooh. And we queen with a jack. We need to give some more checks here. Very important. Delivering checks to our opponent here. Check. We got a pawn we can take here. Okay, nice little pivot square. Oh, go right back there. Perfect. Nice little pivot square. We got pawns to push here. Oh, the resignation. Oh, huge. We need those. Resignations help so much. Be honest. When you're looking at the game and it's at this stage, it's not a guaranteed win, right? So that's why the most important rule of habit is not to resign. Because if your dumb ass couldn't win it, guaranteed every time, you wouldn't trust yourself as far as you could throw yourself, then what about them? They're just the same rating as you. If you don't trust yourself to win it, why do you trust them? Don't resign, ever. You know how good it feels when you're in a position that you're like, okay, I'm winning, but like, I'm a little nervous, want to make sure I do it properly. Never give them the same satisfaction. Keep your stick on the ice. We are at 475. Let's continue. We go with e4. And as we know, the knight follows up. Always take, right? Get the two knights in. I am going to need to kind of claim the center a little bit. Okay, he hits me before I can do that. I've only got two options, so given that this one is covered, has to be my knight here. And let's finish our development, right? As usual, bishop there. We want, pawn up. We want to get castle. This is all pretty standard stuff. Okay, trade. Get that in there, of course. And castle next, right? King e7? I've truly never seen something like this before. Well, we got to lock back in, everybody. Our knight is now hanging. We don't hang free pieces. Let's bring it back. Well, we got two center squares available. Always default to this one, if I can. That is a first. Well, let's make sure to keep following the habits. I mean, yeah. Get castled. Get castled. We're going to stick to the habits here. Take that material. That's right. Okay. We're going to stick to the habits here. H3. He said, "Oh my days, my little bro got my phone." Resign and rematch? What? So now it's going to be him? How does this work? Is he... Maybe he'll play a little bit better this time. Now that his little bro doesn't have the phone. I mean, honestly, what do you guys think? Pretty fair, right? I got to give him a rematch. His bro grabbed his phone, right? I mean, it's unfortunate. You guys would probably do the same. Okay. We get our knight out. Get our other knight to follow. Two knights looking solid. Oh, okay. Queen A4. Interesting development from our guy here. We're going to go ahead and obviously get our bishop out. Look to castle next. Okay, trade, of course. Well, we can't quite take this one, so we're going to have to save our bishop, but still aim at the center, of course. Of course. All right, knight has to move here. He was definitely playing a little bit better than his bro, that's for sure. We can't go there. We also can't go there. So the next best central square for us seems to be right here. Meanwhile, we want to get castled, right? Okay. Make sure to get castled here. All right, let's finish up our development here. Well, we can't do d6. We're trying to get this bishop developed, right? And then, of course, we also need our habits. So I can't put the bishop here, so just kind of go to the next available square and we'll get our habits out next. H6. Let's go. Get the snorkel. Okay. Well, this, yeah, I mean, we gotta take. Looks like we'll take towards the center. Sure. We are in check. Okay. Well, I guess we'll dodge that. And in the meantime, looking ahead, we got to get our queen out. This is the issue. How do I move this queen? I got 2 pieces in the way. I need to move them. Let's move the knight. Also head into the center here. Grab a free pawn on our way. Right? None of the pieces here can do anything about that. And we want to just complete the queen and, of course, the rooks into the middle. Okay, trade. Yeah, we do have to go for that trade right there. Nice and easy. Thank you for that one. And yeah, let's finish things up here in terms of our development. Queen e7, and naturally the rooks into the middle. That's a trade. We'll definitely take that one. And yeah, as I said, we'll just finish up bringing the rooks in. Okay, king needs to move here. We are in check. Seems that the bro here he's out for revenge. He didn't take kindly to his little brother taking over the account there. Trying to get revenge for the little guy. Oh man. I think the brother pulled the plug on the router. Oh no. Again, little bro with the sabotage. Oh, he's back just in time. I don't even want to know what that little bro's face might look like right now. All right, he's back just in time. Queen g4. Did your bro disconnect you? Just want to make sure he's okay, Got to check on the bro here. Just bad network. Okay. Just want to say everything's all clear there. He said just bad network. Was worried that maybe the bro did it. Wanted to make sure little bro was safe. But it definitely looks like just bad network. So we lock back in. Queen check, of course. Okay, well, let's finish up our rooks into the middle here. Absolutely. And we have done so. The RPMs they're ready to go. RPMs are coming next, folks. RPMs. Go RPMs. Go ahead and take this one. Okay, now our queen's under attack here. Gonna have to move this queen. Okay, aimed at the center here. Okay, hey, trades. Hey, perfect. My kind of lad. Look at that. All right, make sure to finish off our RPMs here. We got some more coming. Okay, got to take this one here. We are in check. I'll go ahead and take that one as well. Okay, it takes. Go ahead and trade. Hey, awesome. We got a trade in. Perfect. Here, let's finish off a few good old RPMs over here. We are in an endgame, guys, so it is time to start thinking about our king, right? We want to get that king nice and active. Looking at the RPMs here. Not quite done with them. Let's keep them going. Go RPMs. Okay, we got a bishop that's loose here. I want to make sure not to give that one up for free. King, very important piece in the endgame. Got to get it active. And we're not done with the RPMs. Here's another one for you. King's attack. Active, active, active. I got more RPMs coming your way. Hang on. Bishop's hanging. Bishop's hanging. Into the center. Into the center. RPM for you. Another one. Oh. A free rook. We'll have to take that. I feel bad. I think his little bro is still playing on his account here. Okay, we'll use our king here. All right. Time to push some pawns. There we go. Okay. Now, definitely want to make sure we put the guy in check. You know, checks, very, very important. Okay, we got a hanging rook here. I don't see a way to put him in check with this rook, so we just got to save it. Okay, into the center we go. Okay, let's keep up the check here. Okay, we'll keep up the check once more. Hey, would you look at that? Checkmate. Good things happen when you put the lad in check. Very nice. We'll take it. I feel bad, though. Sorry your bro played again. It's unfortunate. Bro clearly took over the phone again. You could just tell. You could just tell. That was definitely the same player playing. GG. We're at 491. We handled an entire family here. You know, it wasn't our finest opening, but we stuck with it, maintained the habits, followed them to a T. Rooks into the middle, RPMs galore. Let's keep it going. E4, knight F3 to follow. E5 means we are taking. And of course the knights out, both knights out. You know, get a little claim to the center here. And without bishop here available, we're probably going to need to develop this bishop a bit more modestly to D3. But remember, we're always looking for somewhere where it controls the center. Our habits positions usually want to look like a pawn in the center, right? We have pawn in the center. 2 knights out towards the center, where they each control 2 squares. A bishop out. Now, hopefully, it's the one on your king side. If not, if you're playing with the black pieces, you might have this one out. It's okay. You're going to move the pawn next. You're going to get the other bishop out. So you're going to have 1, hopefully 2 bishops out. And then as soon as you can, you're going to castle. Right? And that's it. Now I got my other bishop to develop. Where should we put it? Based on the habits, there's one square in particular which looks really good here. There's another one that also looks good. But there's one square that looks really good. F4. It's that simple. That's the center. Put this bishop somewhere that attacks it. You know it attacks on diagonals, so you only got 2 options. And yeah, this is a little further out. Attack c5, hitting the center. Boom. If that square was covered, then yeah, might play bishop only to e3. Okay, we got our bishops out. We got our knights. We're castled. We need to play this move probably next. A little snorkel so we can breathe. Make sure our king is not caught underwater here. And from here, we probably want to bring our queen up and bring our rooks to the middle. Okay. Well, these are still the standard options. We'll go with the queen first. Our opponent's barely connected right now. Hopefully he doesn't DC. Queen up. We got the rook sliding in. Okay, f5. Don't think that bothers us too much. Let's just keep the good habits flowing. Okay, the knight's hitting the bishop, but we got that defended, so I say we stay habitual. All right, that is, I thought it was a trade, but hey, it's a free it's a free piece. Sure. You got me. All right, time for our RPMs. And here we go. Random pawn moves, RPM. Once you've done everything else, it's time for the RPMs. We got a hanging bishop here. We need to save this. Let's go in the center. Sure. We'll take that back. Got some more RPMs to check out here. Okay, let's keep on moving here. RPMs galore. Looks like there's no hanging pieces. Everything's watched. RPMs, baby. Confused about what to do in the middle game? Don't be. You got your RPMs there for you. Oh, piece trade. Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. RPMs. Here we go. All right, we got a nice trade here. Take that. Let's continue with our RPMs. There we go. We can focus back up. Okay, we got no more pawn moves over there. I mean, I wouldn't mind going for a few trades. Now let's get our rook up in the center. Doubling our rooks in the center is also a pretty nice thing to do. And this one happens to offer a trade, so I like the look of this. Let's see how he reacts. Okay, a trade. Don't mind if I do. And I think want to stay consistent here. I mean, I'm looking for trades at all times. Trade everything. I'll trade every single piece because, I mean, here I even have an extra one. Even more of a reason. But even if the material was equal, it's just a nice, simple, easy way to play. Never going to be straying. You're never going to be making a move that's too bad if you're trading pieces. Okay, our knight's hit. We need to move it. Center looks kind of covered right now, so maybe this is the next best central move. Okay, bishop to d7. Can line up our queen and rook in the middle here. Okay, the pawn pushes up. Not really sure what we want to do here, but we have access to our square again over here, attacking the center. That was always a good square. It always served me well. Okay, rook to e8. Well, we got a free pawn in the center here, and that's exactly why we put that knight there. We know it attacks those squares, so let's go ahead and grab it. Let's do it. This also, makes way for some future RPMs. Let's see how our opponent reacts. Queen back. Time for some nice, beautiful RPMs. Random pawn moves. A trade you shouldn't have. No, really, you shouldn't have. I like trades. I like trades a lot. RPMs. Let's keep it up here. Don't need to stop and think. Know exactly what we want to be doing. A check. Well, let's step out of that. We can take this pawn here. We got some more pawns to move. Okay. This one looks like nothing. Let's push. We still got pawns to move on that side of the board. Let's go, let's go. Rook is up. I'm not seeing it. Take on a7. Rook takes a6. Okay, I mean, yeah, I guess we can't go all the way here, but we could stay central here. Maybe take this pawn. And we get the win on time. I'll take that. Don't need all these fancy moves. Keep it simple. We get the win anyway. 4-9-9. So close. Yet, potentially so far away. Do not trick yourself into thinking 499 is 500 because it's not. It's not, okay? It's very different. I am still a 400 as far as I'm concerned. Yep. Don't think you've crossed the plane into the 500s. Let's see if we run into any of those, Gunnar Stahl. If we run into any of the gatekeepers. Okay, well, we are playing a 500 here. You gotta beat one to be one. Knight f3. Okay, we'll bring the two knights out, as per usual. Of course, following up with the bishop and getting castled ASAP. Okay. Get castled there. We got, h3 habits coming up. We got d3 coming up. Making way for our other piece, this bishop. It can't go to f4 anymore, so obviously bishop to e3 starts to make a lot of sense, and this is looking like a nice, solid habits. Queen up. We want to get those rooks in. What's the opponent going to come up with? I feel like they're trying to develop their bishop, so maybe move this knight, which doesn't have a lot of squares to move to. So there you go. Hey, that one made a lot of sense. Let's just continue with our plan here. We're not going to deviate. We're not going to deviate. Rook into the middle. We got the other rook coming in. Rook a to d1. After that, it's time for some RPMs. But it's nice because you can start to play these moves pretty fast, right? It's move 10, and I haven't used a brain cell. This is all known. We do this literally every game. I even know my next move here. If there's a trade on the board, obviously I'll take the trade instead, but otherwise, the rook's coming to the middle every single time. Hey, speaking of a trade, let's lock that one in. That is a trade. We will follow up by bringing the rook in, and here we go. Not too shabby at all. We got more trades, which means our moves are becoming easier and easier, especially now with our knight being attacked. Where do we look? The center, if it's available. e4 is not, d5 is. In we go. Take that back. Liking the look of this position. Got some nice, easy moves in. Knight coming into f4. I mean, that is protected, so might be time for the RPMs here. All right, queen g6. I feel that we've sort of seen this witchcraft before, attacking our g2 pawn. There's only really two decisions we can make here because, and we've looked at this before. It's happened in a previous game. There's only two moves you can really consider at this point because nothing can guard it. You have f3 to guard laterally, and then you also have g3 to just move the pawn to a different square so it's not sitting on g2 where it can be taken. Both of these moves, I think, are 50-50 here. Last time I chose f3 to guard that pawn. This time g3, see how it goes. But one of those moves, either one, be completely fine here. Takes check. King move. Okay. You got me. Okay, queen h5. I'm not seeing the danger, which means RPM, baby. Unless I see I don't know, big threat. Gotta hit him with the RPMs. Okay, gotta take this, of course. Take. We got more random pawn moves coming your way. Rook f8. Maybe targeting this pawn here from h3 as well. We've seen just how important it is to keep these pawns defended around our king. I think either of these is fine. Maybe rook e2 just because doubling the rooks is something we've usually gone for. So I feel like trying that again might make sense. Okay, queen there. Not really Not seeing the problem here. Let's hit him with the RPM. Okay. Rook up. Time for more pawns. And there we go. Rook takes b6. I mean, we got to continue with our RPMs here. Let's get that one up the board. See how it works out. Not going to be thinking too hard here, just shoveling. Get those pawns up there. All right. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. We're all covered here. I can do math. Okay, rook takes, no problem. Go ahead and trade that, of course. Okay, we can't take that there. That's that would lose our queen, so we're gonna have to move our king. Okay, free rook. Perfect. Okay, well, let's finish our beautiful RPMs here. And wow, there's when the dust has settled, when the dust has settled, I mean, we don't have much left. I mean, got a couple pieces. I may as well keep them near my king. See what we can do. Check. Gonna have to move here. Okay, knight there. Let's, I mean, I guess stay near the center here. Check. We actually only have one legal move, which we can see highlighted here. So we'll go ahead and play that one. Trade. Perfect. Nice and easy. Okay. Well, we're in an endgame, so I suppose time to activate our king. Okay. Trying to use our king here. Okay, we've only got one square to go to. Well, we've only got one square to go to. I hope nothing bad happens. Oh, perfect. Boy, did that work out. Very nice. We get the win there. And we become a 500. What a moment for the series. And I feel like we were kind of in trouble there early on. I think if I didn't play Buddy and his little bro, we may have been here quite a bit longer. If I didn't run into Buddy and his bro. So that was fortunate. New habits at 500, Lolly? Absolutely not. These habits can take us further than this. You think 500's the ceiling here? If you guys are 0 to 400 ELO, these are for you. But if you're 500 ELO, I think these are still for you. There's no way. You think you can't get higher than this? If you follow these rules, you can go anywhere. Now that we've hit a milestone, we can ask, is there anyone who'd like to come to the front of the class and show us what some good level 1 habits looks like? Who's been paying attention? Who would like to jump in and play a game in the pool with your peers spectating? We're definitely looking for those starting out in habits, you know, definitely sub 700. Is the VOD available anywhere? Nope. There will be no habits VODs. If you miss class, you miss class. Next time you'll see it will be on YouTube. Nikki Shots, you're 330. 330. That is a pretty good rating to demonstrate some habits. All right, Nikki Shots. What's your chess.com username? All right, let's have a look. All right, even lower in Blitz. There we go. Barely played any Blitz games. All right, Nikki Shots. It's got to be a 5-minute game. So, no rapid. Hit up the Blitz pool. 5 minutes. All right, and we're going to spectate you. So make sure you mute the stream, Nikki. Jump in, play one 5-minute game. We'll watch, and your peers are going to give you a report card afterwards. See how you did. We'll see if you've been paying attention. All right, so just head on chess.com and jump into a 5-minute game. And we will spectate. How do you mute the stream? I didn't think this would need a series. Okay, here he is, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure to get your notepads out and evaluate Moats 08 fairly here. Of course, through the lens of habits. Bro's going to play knight c6, and we're going to go next. What the hell is this? Brother, has he been watching anything? What's occurring here? Is he watching one of the chessbrah second language streams? Like what? Is there a failure in translation here? What the heck is knight e7? Moats 08. Buddy. Nikki. What the hell, brother? What was that? I have nothing to say to that. It was over so quick. That is a 0 out of 10 categorically. This game will determine whether we exile him completely or if there's some redeeming qualities. Moats, my guy. Okay. I mean, you can't argue with results on this one. Oof. Someone needs to talk to Moats and let him know that these don't go there. They don't go there. They never go there. Not once have they ever moved there. Okay, I mean, he's fiddling, that's for sure. I mean, the last one was a straight up 0 out of 10. So it goes without saying that this one is better, right? But that's not saying much. It's really not. Where do you guys have this one? Where does it fall on the scale? I agree, DLM. We're definitely going to confer after this. He's been given a mulligan, his second chance, but I am not seeing habits being displayed at all. Remember, the habits never failed. They can only be failed. And right now, Moats 08 is failing habits. It's right there in front of him. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is painful. Just painful, guys. The hanging pieces are tough to see. We got to give him some credit for H3. Dave is saying he just got to a 3 out of 10. It does mean a lot to the system to see that move. I have to concede. But oof, at the cost of a free piece, I don't know. That's a little rough. Well, he's moderately back on track, right? It's doing a little bit. Let's see here. Brother, please. Please. Maybe this. Help us out here. Thank you. Thank you. Holy. Holy. Okay, Jesus Christ. Moats. We got to talk here, brother. Moats 08. Mr. Nikki. We need to speak. We need to speak. Yeah, wait for him to unmute here. Okay. Nikki, buddy, we got to start with the most important question. I've been streaming the habits, yesterday and today, for multiple hours each day. How much of those building habits streams have you seen in minutes or in hours? Because you were in the chat right now, say, hey, I'll give it a try. Did you just tune in 9 seconds ago? 5 minutes or less. Okay. You've been watching for 5 minutes or less. Okay. That makes more sense, actually. That makes more sense. I understand now. Moats. In as many minutes as you've been currently watching the stream, we're going to fix you right now. First of all, whatever center pawn move they make, match it. In this case, you get a check mark for this move, and that's the last check mark you're going to get for the rest of this session. Knights, never to these two squares. In both of your games, you put them there. Don't do it. At the very least, if you end up on one of these squares, it's going to be because you're retreating from one of these squares. So your knights go here with both colors every single time. That way you're controlling the center. That's what it's all about. The whole game's about this right here. This, it's not close enough, right? You're hitting one central square. This one's hitting two. As a matter of fact, after this, the whole nonsense that happened to you while you lost the game in 4 moves here, 5 moves, it wouldn't have even been possible if you had played this one. You played this one, what happened? Boom. Huge trouble. And you got killed. This knight should be there. So you lost in 5 moves. That should never happen again. That's a very tender square right here. Do not let a bishop and a queen team up on you like that. Knights out to those 2 squares. Let's visit your second game. You had the white pieces. Obviously, you did a little bit better. You got your knight to one of those squares. Congratulations. Your opponent brought the bishop out. Don't stress. Still put your knight on this square. Follow the habits. If he takes you, just take it back. If you're ever capturing something with a pawn, capture in a way that brings it closer to, you got it, the center. So if you played your knight here and he took, you would take that way. Bring it closer to the center. Just trust the habits. The knights always go here. Now, you didn't play bad moves here, but I think you'd be better off sticking to the simple habits of bringing the knights out. Had you brought the knights out, your next move would be to bring the bishop out. To a square, you guessed it, that controls the center. That's the center. So your bishop has 2 options. These 2 squares control a center square. Same thing with this bishop when you bring it out. It's going to go to one of those 2 squares. Center. So in this case, this move looks great. And then your next move, you take your king and you castle. You move 2 squares this way. Castle. Safety. Very important. In your game, you played this and this. Not bad, but we want your knight there and we want your bishop here. You're doing other things instead. Okay, at least you took his piece here. Congratulations. You get a check mark for that one. Decent move. Controlling the center, I'll give it to you. Castling, I'll definitely give you that one. Big thumbs up for that move. Trading pieces. Anytime there's a minor piece worth 3 points for another one, take it every single time. Take points for that one. In this case, knight d2. For your first pop quiz, what move should you play instead of knight d2? based on what you've learned in the last 2 minutes. C3, thank you. It always goes to C3. This is off the radar. Not ever again. Knight C3, yes, it should have gone here. Had it gone there instead, you wouldn't have lost this knight. Look right now, you brought your knight here, you actually blocked your queen. So boom, you could have lost your knight right there as a huge issue already. Knight C3, big improvement. Okay, game continued, he went here. Once you're completing your knights, and look at this move, why it's so bad as well, you can't move your bishop now. You see the problem? The knight should be here, that way your bishop could actually move. And then it could go to one of those 2 squares controlling the center that I was telling you about. But here it can't, because your knight's in the way. Your knight should be here. So if the knight was out of the way, I'll just move it randomly, then your bishop would go here to one of these squares next. Okay? Once you've got your 2 bishops and your 2 knights out, very important on your king side to play the move that you ended up playing later in this game. I'll give you some credit. Took you a while, but you did play it. H3. That's a snorkel for your king. Means it can always breathe. It's never going to get trapped back here. It'll always have a safe square to move to. Right there. So in this case, we should have gone knight here. Should have brought our bishop out somewhere. And then we want to bring our pawn up 1 square. And after that, the last thing to complete the habits is to move your queen up 1 square to either one of these 2 in order for your rooks to always end up in the 2 central files on the board. Rooks to the middle, bitches suck the fiddle. Never forget that. Congratulations. You got one of your rooks there. Queen out a little bit too early and a little bit too far. Knight should be here, bishop should be out, queen should be in one of the central squares. Not bad, though. Not bad. Not bad considering your move here. You kind of had to make do. Terrible move. Hanging a free piece. That's one of the cardinal rules. You need to know how all pieces move. That is not a good move at all. I'll give you credit for H3, even at the cost of your piece. As I said, this is a good move. Never want to hang pieces. And do we want to trade? Yes, at all times. Trade. That's worth 3 points. That's worth 3 points. Take it. Anytime there's a trade of even things, queen for queen, take it. Rook for rook, take it. Take it. Take everything. That's an even trade. You went here. Probably not the best. But he plays this move. And congratulations. You understood your rook was supporting you. And you get a win. But it's not about the wins. It's about the habits. Your first game, had you actually won that game, it still would have been a 0 out of 10 performance because you allowed a checkmate in 5 moves. Habits should prevent that from happening ever. So for the privilege to not be immediately banned from the channel, Moats08, mute the stream and try one more game to redeem yourself. You've only been learning for 5 minutes here. See if any of that made sense. 3rd time's the charm. We have not been impressed so far. Give us one more game, one more go, and then obviously you might need some extended time to look at things. It's not all going to click right away. But at the very least, give it one more go and see if that made a difference. Moats08. Bro's going to be eating liver tonight, isn't he? Oh, thank God. Come on, Moats. It's time for the bishop, brother. That's the center. How can it attack the center? All right, we ball, we ball. Okay, Mm-hmm. Already far stronger than a mere 2 games ago. Wait, by the way, is he... This guy looks like the African American that's on the cover of the Habits textbook. What? Who's this other guy? That is beautiful over here. My goodness, look at Buddy go. Okay, now he's probably going to be a little confused how he's supposed to get this out. So I think he's kind of operating without this right now. Obviously, this is an easy fix. You just remind the guy, hey, take one step further. That way, everybody can be happy. But for what's in front of him, not bad, right? Not bad. He's making it happen. Plus, we gave him no insight on what to do after that opening phase. So he's very much on his own, pretty much around now or in a couple moves. And so far, barring this, he's pretty much done everything that you could. Okay. This may be a tougher spot, but anything of equal value, trade. So let's see if he lines up that one. Take, you know? That simplifies things. That way, when things look confusing, and it's like, oh man, there's so many things possible here, who cares? Trade. Make it easy for yourself. Now, this is definitely going to be a tough spot for our buddy Moats here. I would definitely not sure what he's going to come up with here. Because he's clearly realizing, hey man, this should be able to move. What's going on here? So maybe he'll make it happen here. I don't know. Okay, hey. Habits times 2, baby. He's extending the snorkel. He's going deeper. He's going for a plunge. He's trying to touch the bottom of the ocean. He needed that extra snorkel. Okay. There we go. There's something. He's breathing again. Equal value. Yep. Get him out of here. Get him off the board. Dunzo. Moats 08. Bishop 8. It's hitting the center. Times 2. Got to respect that. Best he could have kind of come up with because of where he put that piece earlier. And we're completing things. The rooks are coming to the middle. We didn't even give him instruction past this. So honestly, anything from now on is very much on his own. We were focusing on the first kind of 10, 15 moves here. Oh, and he's hitting the RPM without instruction? Oof, oof. Look at that pawn. That's random as fuck. Wow. RPM with no instruction? God damn. Okay. We see you, Moats. We see you, big dog. G6? Sure. All right, Moats 08. Hey, you know what? It was 19 moves before he blundered a piece. 19. That's not bad for a 200. 19 moves. Yeah, I think we're starting to see the the creativity take over here. Knight takes G4, Queen A3. My brother is playing on both sides of the board here. Yup. Sure. Ay, ay, ay. This will be tough to pull off. But going for trades. Respect. You gotta love what you're seeing here. Jeez, rook g1. What are we dealing with here? But he's a goddamn natural here. Okay, Moats. Okay, big dog. The problem is, the guy probably didn't see this, but now that this is back here, he does. He chokes again. Moats. Okay, Moats. White just gave up the center for an entire rook? Feeling like the Charlotte Hornets out here. Okay, Moats. Okay. I mean, hey, this is one thing, this is another. Oh no, he's gonna waste 8 seconds trying to take that. Double the rooks. Hey, respect. He takes this. We love it. Let's go. 4.8. The hustle is there. "31 moves. Give him a report card. Out of 10. Based on his instructions, 9. Most improved in 5 minutes, Bra award. 6 at minimum. Seeing a lot of 7s, seeing a lot of 8s. Taking into account all of the scorecards here, we have to award Nikki with an 8 out of 10 performance here. And may I remind you, that's up 8 points from his previous performance of 0. Nikki, first of all, congratulations. In a mere 5 minutes, you have probably doubled your skill. Check mark. Check mark. Don't want to hear it. Check mark. Check mark. Can't give you a check mark for this one. If this is the center, Nikki, and we have pieces that need to move to attack it, we're going to naturally gravitate to the moves that are a little bit further away from us, a little bit more aggressive. One of the reasons is this bishop also needs to move and attack the center. So what's the only way that these two pieces can both attack the center? Given that this pawn has to move there. There's only one possible solution. This one needs to move first, then you need to move the pawn after, and then this bishop can follow. Now, obviously, you could move to either of those squares, but thinking a little bit ahead, definitely not easy to do the first time. This one is impossible because then the pawn can't move and then this guy can never join. So you put yourself in a tough spot. Understandable the first time. If you look at your opponent's move and you see what he did, that's exactly what you need to do. See how the bishop went out here attacking the center? Then he put the pawn up. Then he brought this bishop also attacking the center. That's how to make both bishops happy. You, only one bishop's happy here. So the bishop should have gone there. And then honestly, every move from here was perfect. Castle, boom. Habits, h6, making sure you can breathe there. Boom. The bishop should be here, and then his bishop wouldn't even be able to go there. Queen, perfect. Rook, perfect. All that should be changed is this bishop should be here, pawn should be up, and then this guy, if it needs to attack the center, well, you can't put it here, clearly, so you'd have to put it here and try to trade that bishop, just like he's doing. That's it. You took in the center, right? Pawn trade, even. Immediate take. Knight trade, even. Immediate take. Easy. And again, the only thing that's different is that should be like that. The rook should come to the middle. And everything you did is just fine. Once you do all that, if you'd done it properly and you're in the middle here, once you're there, first of all, I would never touch this again. Don't be moving that anymore. One square is all you need. And from that point, I would start to push some pawns over here. Try to get some space going. That's, of course, after you've got all your pieces out. Your rook's in the middle, your bishop's out, etc. Then just toss some pawns over here and honestly, play your own game because what I saw was more than good enough. Because you even concluded this game pretty damn well. Not too bad at all, right? You did a few pawn moves over here and then, okay, hey, buddy, he's 200, guys. He's going to make some mistakes here. But I liked what I saw. Huh? Who are these little... They speak? Okay. The Peanut Gallery. Well, we have 3 games from Moats. 3 games. First game from Moats, 28.8%. That was brutal. Okay, disrespectful. Shut the fuck up, David. All right. And the game is over. Then we had this game. Okay. 40.0. Then we had your final attempt, which was quite a long game, and still. You see, up to here, every move that you've done, been completely fine, right? You're sailing here, man. It was only later that some of the mistakes came, and honestly, as a 200, there's going to be some moves that are just not quite what they should be. And in this case, you only lost on time. You had a even 0.00 position. You had 48% accuracy, which is up from your previous 2. I see a positive trajectory there. 29, 40, 47. Only going up. Only going up. There you go. We made a better man out of Moats in just a few minutes. But obviously, there's an entire habit series to catch up on as we implement the same rules that we just described to Nikki. We're also going to be trying to improve our rating in the same way. I think, Based on Nikki's 8 out of 10 performance, he has demonstrated an ability to follow the habits, and as such will not be banned. All right. That was great. We had someone come to the front of the class, show what they've got. Not too shabby at all. Hopefully, not just instructive for Nikki, but for everyone.